I'd like to start by talking about you and what has made you successful. So notwithstanding the business that you chose, which was a very interesting business model, what are the top 2 or 3 factors that have led to your success?
Failure is the number one thing that led to my success. Rob talked about I took a business from 0 to 120 million in 7 years, and from 120 million to 0 in 7 months. Most people fail, not necessarily of that colossal in nature, but every day we have failures. And one of the gifts that I was given when I was born with is that I learn from my mistakes. I will not make the same mistake twice. So after I make a mistake, I sit down and figure out what the mistake is I made and take responsibility instead of blaming everybody. And I can tell you just a quick story with that. And I learned taking responsibility from my 12-year-old, who was 12 at the time. She's now 21 and in law school. But in our business, in this business, in the box business, we have what's called an evergreen contract. It's really a great thing. We have a 5-year contract, and if you don't notify us 90 days before the end of the contract, it rolls over for another 5. Isn't that a great thing? It just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling. So what we did was we instructed everybody, just leave the customer alone when it comes close to the 90-day period, and hopefully nothing will happen. Sure enough, one Friday afternoon during August, we get a fax that says, in conjunction with paragraph 7E, I hereby cancel a contract with 90 days left. And so, of course, it was a big customer, and I was livid, to say the least, and I couldn't wait to get a hold of my sales manager. Now, how many people can find their salespeople on a Friday afternoon during August? Raise your hand. Not many. Me neither. So I went home, and I was really angry. And I couldn't wait. I zipped off emails to everybody, meet in my office Monday morning, 8 o'clock, for beheadings. And when I got home, I was a little angry, and my 12-year-old said, "What's wrong, Dad?" And I said, "You wouldn't understand." She says, "Well, try me." I said, "Beth, you just won't understand." She says, "Tell me the story." Well, I tell her the story, and she looks at me, and she says with a straight face, "Well, it's your fault." I said, "My fault? It's my fault? You got to explain that to me. What do you mean?" She says, "Well, think about it for a few days." I said, "You've been hanging out with your mother much too much." And sure enough, I thought about it for a few days, and came around Sunday, I decided that she was right, but I wanted to know why she thought she was right. And I said, why? She said, "Well, because you're in charge." And so that lesson that I'm in charge and responsible for all the acts that happen was another point to drive home. When you make mistakes, take responsibility for mistakes and change the mistakes. Don't leave anything status quo. 2 things happen when you made a mistake. First of all, you cure it and then find out the reason why. So it's not only a single process. If you don't find out the reason why the mistake happened or what you did wrong, you're destined to repeat a similar mistake again. So I think that would be the reason.
The number one reason? The number one factor in your success?
The number one factor is learn from your failures. I started off next month's column, which it comes out, I think, tomorrow, and said a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise person learns from other people's mistakes. So hopefully this audience will be a little wiser than smarter and learn from others' mistakes.